Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Cranky Pundit podcast. I'm your host, Mike Morgan, the Cranky Pundit. And guys, I feel it is my duty to make a podcast this morning. After Ireland's brilliant performance, it must be said, brilliant performance last night. But I never get as many texts as I do when Ireland either get a draw or get a win or do something. The podcast never gets as more listens and texts in as when Ireland do well. So I'm obviously the scapegoat for a lot of people when Ireland do well. Are you Kenny out now, boy? Listen, lads, we lost, did we? Did we get a draw last night or did we win? Did we win or did we draw? Oh no, we lost. We lost against and I'm watching France now a long time, guys. That is the worst French performance I've seen in 10 years. I've never seen the likes of Hernandez, the likes of Rabiot. Mbappe put in a disgusting performance, lads. He walked around the pitch and people are going to be like, oh, that's because of Seamus Coleman. Guys, France underestimated us. They actually took us for granted. Shame on them, but we didn't capitalise on it. Guys, I'm so proud of the performance. These players are unreal. I don't think it can be said now that, Stephen Kenny doesn't have the players. All right. The keeper is a starter for a Premier League team. The back five all are at Premier League or La Liga level, okay? All of them. The two in midfield, Josh Cullen, is like Vincent Kompany's main man. He will be in the Premier League next year. And Malumbi, even when we were talking to Colin Brosnan last week, is one of the best players in the Championship. Up front then, we have a starter for Brighton. And who else was there, guys? Zach Knight. Not Zach Knight. I keep thinking of the Aston Villa fella. Anyway, Knight. He was actually fantastic last night. He's probably the one fella that isn't of a Premier League calibre. And he was amazing last night, guys. Amazing. Don't get me wrong. I don't think that I don't like this team or that I don't support this team. Do you know what I mean? I like these players. In fact, I'm actually kind of falling in love a bit with Josh Cullen and Knight at the moment. Love Ferguson. I love all our boys. Do you know? But our manager, I'm sick of it. The amount of texts I got yesterday going, are you Stephen Kenny out now? But why didn't I get that text after the Latvia game last week? Because I only responded to people as well that are consistent with what they're saying. Do you know? I will be consistent. The only way Kenny can win me over now is if he beats Greece and gets a good result off Holland, because Holland are not great right now. Greece are about the same go as us, so let's go beat them, yeah? And then I'll get on board with it. It's not the France game. We do well against France. We do well against Portugal. Who else have we played? We got a draw off Serbia under Stephen Kenny. I do not have a problem with how we play against the big teams. That's nothing to do with management. That's Ireland. Ireland do good against big teams. We play long. Don't try tell me last night we played ball out the back. The keeper rolled it to Josh Cullen on the D, and he just went longed into Ferguson, and he went longed into Ogbonna, who caused so many problems to Hernandez. That's the ball we should be playing. If we play like that all the time, we will qualify for this World Cup. We actually have the players now to go qualify for this Euros or World Cup, whatever it is. We have the players now. If we play these balls into the channel like we were doing last night, we will cause wreck to any team. It's when we go back, Josh Cullen playing the ball off Bazunu, back to Bazunu, Bazunu kicks it out for a throw. How is that playing it out from the back? Please tell me. What we do then against teams that are worse than us, we'll play ball out the back, i.e. Latvia, i.e. Armenia, i.e. fucking Luxembourg, Azerbaijan, Andorra, all these teams who we've been getting terrible results off, we're playing ball out the back. I am not concerned with that anymore. I'm honestly why are we playing Latvia? Why are we playing Malta? I don't know, have you listened to Damien Delaney and Brian Kerr last night? But, lads, I couldn't have agreed with him more. Why are we picking Malta, Latvia, Andorra to have our friendlies with when we have France the next week? Go pick a team the calibre of France and see if you can pass through them. Do you know? Go play against Argentina. Invite Argentina over to the Aviva Stadium and Josh Cullen, try play around Enzo Fernandez there. See if you can do it. Lose 5-0. I have no problem you losing 5-0 to Argentina, trying to play ball out the back, implementing your way, is better than scraping past Latvia 3-2, scraping past Armenia with a last-minute penalty when Armenian players are getting sent off left, right and centre. I don't want those games anymore. Stop picking these 150 ranked teams that honestly I would give a go myself. Do you know what I mean? I name one Latvian player ever. It's honestly a joke. And the people that text in after, this is when I've been texting now to the podcast, after the Portugal game when we got a 0-0 draw, after we beat Scotland, and last night, they're the 3 times all these people are texting me, are you Stephen Kenny out? None of these boys text me, or girls have texted me, after the Azerbaijan game, Luxembourg game, last week against, who were we playing? Latvia, when it was 2-2 with 30 minutes to go. None of you text me then. So the boys that I respond to are the boys that are consistent. The boys that go, do you know what, that wasn't good enough, and say it. Don't have an opinion 3 years ago and stick to it because you're so stubborn. Do you know what I mean? Like, I will stick to my opinion because I know and I feel that I'm right. But if Stephen Kenny does so well that I have to change my mind, of course I'm going to change my mind. If we play like we did last night against Greece, we'll get 3 points. We'll get 3 points. But that's the game where Stephen Kenny has to win me, and I'm pretty sure 60% of the Irish population over. Like, John Giles says something absolutely brilliant. It's play the game on its merits, right? And even at an amateur level, probably in your own sports, guys, maybe, right, I've never played GA to a high level or anything, right? But I assume it's the same in GA. You'll go up against a really good team, and in your head, they're like, they're the county champions, they're the Munster finals, or they're the All-Ireland champions, whatever. Same in soccer, right? You go play this excellent team. And then 30 minutes into the game, you realise, lads, are they short a few players? They're not up for it at all. They've underestimated us. They don't even want to be here. And then you get confidence and go, we can beat this crowd. Play the game on its merits. No, that's what we are. Everyone was going, France are the world champions. They're not the world champions. Argentina are the world champions. France won it 5 years ago, okay? And let's go through the team. Their keeper. No. Tell me that you knew their keeper 2 weeks ago, and I'll call you a liar. I have been following football all my life. That keeper, I heard about him last week against Holland. He was amazing. They're all calling him Magic Mike. And last night, I seen why they called him Magic Mike. Unbelievable. Another hand of God by the French to deny us. Don't get me wrong. He was amazing, right? But was he a world champion? No, he's not a world champion. I don't even know who he plays for. Right back then, who did you have, guys? Pavard. Like, come on, like, he's a sub for Bayern Munich. He's okay, like, do you know what I mean? Centre-back, Upamecano and Kanate, I have no problems there. They're two world-class centre-backs. No problem there. Theo Hernandez was the worst player on the pitch last night. If I was a scout going to the game last night, I would have been like, I like that Camavinga fella. Who else do I like? Ooh, that Josh Cullen looks tidy. That Knight guy looks tidy. Yeah. No, I like a couple of them fellas, but no more would you. And what you would have said if you were a scout, you would have gone, that fella left back needs to be taken off at half-time. He was the worst player on the pitch. That's why play the game on its merits. Send it down to Ogbene and let Ogbene roast Hernandez for the game. I thought we didn't do that half enough. I thought we did it once or twice. Any of the couple of times we played it long down the channel to Ogbene, he got a foul off Hernandez. He got a yellow card off him. He caused problems. I thought we should have done that way more, to be honest with you. Centre mid then, Rabiot. Rabiot's going to be a free agent for Juventus, and a lot of clubs don't even want him at the moment. Camavinga's world class. Griezmann, world class. Mbappe it was actually a disgusting performance last night from Mbappe. He showed up and he was like, we're going to beat the shit. Who are these boys? We're going to beat the shit out of them. Up front was Olivier Giroud, a bit old now at this stage, and the right midfielder then was terrible. Never heard of him in my life. So they're not the world champions, guys. They're not N'Golo Kante. Do you know what I mean? They're not all these boys like. There was loads more. Ousmane Dembele to come on. All these fellas like that's not the Benzema. Do you know, could have been playing if it was proper. But look. Play the game on its merits. I thought they were there for the taking last night. We lost. I see it as a point dropped. Lots of you are seeing it as a moral victory, but I looked at the table again this morning and we have 0 points. And again, guys, I said, and don't get in a huff. I said last week on Colin Brosnan's podcast, I said if we lose 5-0 to France, I will not say anything bad about Stephen Kenny because we are worse than France. France can beat us 5-0. I've no problem with it. Do you know? Now, we did lose the game. What's annoying me is we're celebrating a loss now, guys. We're celebrating a loss. As if we haven't gone to Germany and got a draw. As if we haven't beaten France before. As if we haven't beaten Italy. As if we haven't gotten vital draws in the last decade. We're known for this. There was a man on the bench for us last night, John O'Shea, sitting behind Stephen Kenny. No more than 7 years ago, he got an equaliser in the last minute in Germany, against Germany, when they were the world champions. Not, they might be the world champions like we're doing. We only lost 1 goal to the world champions. No, 6 years ago, we got a draw in the world champions' backyard. You're acting as if this is the Stephen Kenny effect and as if it's never happened before. Jesus, some fellas, lad. They've gone to their first Ireland game now in the last 2-3 years. and they think this is it. And this is Stephen Kenny has created this atmosphere around the Aviva. Let me tell you, Ireland fans are the best fans, no matter what sport, no matter who's in charge. Lads, when we go to Euros, we take over. When we go to World Cups, we get voted the best fans. Like, I'm sure the Rugby World Cup is on at the end of this year. Ireland will be all over the news screens. Everybody love Ireland. That has nothing to do with Stephen Kenny. That's because we're fucking Irish, mate. That's because we're Irish. We get behind our team. And if you give us something to get behind, oh my God, the whole... Like, I still get told tales of Italia 90 when every shop got closed, everybody took the day off work and they went to the pub to watch the match. If you give Irish people something to get behind, they get behind it. Don't think that the Aviva was full last night for Stephen Kenny. It was full for Mbappe and the boys. Do you know what I mean? That's what it was full. Why wasn't it full against Latvia if he's so good? Why wasn't it full against Latvia if he's so good when Mbappe wasn't there? Do you know? Like, everything he does, RT tried to twist it in such a way that it's the Stephen Kenny effect. Your man Tony O'Donoghue said before the game, Stephen Kenny is a brave man for picking Ferguson. How are you brave? Why are you brave for picking our best player? As Richie Sadler then said, he'd be a brave man if he didn't pick Evan Ferguson. What kind of quote is that? It's the Stephen Kenny brigade, the media, trying to put every little way on how he's brilliant. So now we must bow down to him that he's bringing on Evan Ferguson, that he started Evan Ferguson. Ray Charles knows to start Evan Ferguson for Ireland right now. It's him or a guy that can't score for Norwich in the Championship, Adam Ida, who played brilliant again when he came on last night. Again, guys, I am so behind this team. I'm actually kind of falling in love with this team. The reason that I'm sounding slightly angry this morning is because I just get these texts now from fellas I know for a fact don't watch the bad games. I watch every game. I'm invested in it, like. And then I get fellas that only watch the Portugal and this game, and it's like, are you Stephen Kenny out now? It's fucking mental, lad. Watch the whole game. I've given up gambling this year. I've also given up responding to idiots. Do you know what I mean? So, if you didn't get a response. So, guys, yeah, 100%. I loved the Irish performance last night. I thought it was really good. We went long. That's what I've been asking for 3 years. Go long, please. Beat to God, go long. Don't. Okay. And who lost us the game last night? Our manager. Stephen Kenny lost us the game last night. Because how did we concede the goal? Passing out from the back. If that was Mick McCarthy or 4 years ago, boom, Josh Cullen, down the channels. Try find Evan Ferguson, win a throw or something like that. No, we're trying to play ball on our own D against France. And then Pavard gets the ball and bats it in top corner. Like, France didn't even show up and they beat us, lads. Do you know what I mean? How did they beat us? Playing ball out the back that all of you want to do. Ye said that to me now. Oh, we have to play ball out the back. Stephen Kenny's the man. Well, he lost the game against France last night by playing the ball out the back. Be real with yourself, lads. Be real with yourself, like. Do you know what I mean? Do you want ball out the back? Ye do. Okay, so that was that fault. They're the consequences of playing ball out the back last night. We have 0 points when we could have so easily had one. Maybe even the greatest night of Stephen Kenny's life, we could have had 3. France created nothing. Play the game on its merits. 5 of them are having stinkers and we're playing out of our fucking skin. Go beat them, boy. Go get a draw. No, passing out the back because Stephen Kenny loves passing out the back. Bang. 1-0 France. Game over. We're not coming back because we don't score goals. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely ridiculous. We would have beat him last night if we went even longer. Kept going to Bene. We would have got Hernandez sent off. Every time he went up against Hernandez, he skint him, like. Do you know what I mean? He skint him. Yeah, unbelievable performances from the guys. Again, unbelievable performances. But how we lost the game, the manager, from playing ball out the back, which I said in the first place we should not be doing, especially against teams that are ranked higher than us. If you're Latvia, or whatever, Stephen Kenny, go do what you want. If you want to play ball out the back and win 3-2, whatever, dude. But against France, Holland, England, Spain, all these teams, you go fucking long. Non-negotiable, boy. Because I am a die-hard Man United fan. Oh my God, I'm not even going to edit that out. I'm actually going to leave that in because that's how roiled up I am. I've said I'm a Man United fan, right? I'm a lifelong Ireland fan. I've been going up to games since Lansdowne Road was there. Do you know what I mean? You don't even know what Lansdowne Road, a couple of you babies, and a couple of you older fellas, you have kids, bring them up to the game then if you're so behind Stephen Kenny. Do you know what I mean? I'm getting these messages, but you're at home. Do you know what I mean? Go up and support them if you're so behind them, like. Do you know? I've been supporting Ireland my whole life. I love them. I love supporting Ireland, but it's a real kick in the stones to get things so wrong. People are saying, am I wrong? No, I'm more right. I'm more right than anything. We lost to Stephen Kenny's tactics last night. What a shame. And don't you dare say Ireland can't get a draw off France as if we've never done anything like that. You have a very short memory if that's the case. A very, very short memory if that is the case. We're well capable of mixing it up in any sport in the world on any given day. Not Stephen Kenny. Like, Stephen Kenny now has become more important than Ireland to some people. It's more important that people are right about Stephen Kenny than our national team actually progressing. And that just says a lot about the people that we have supporting the team. Yeah, maybe you're better off just not supporting it. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you're not. I'm going to try my hardest to go up to the rest of the games and get behind them. I was roaring at the TV last night like everybody else, don't worry. But it's the things that wreck my head is that Stephen Kenny Brigade now is going apeshit. And we lost. We've no points on the board. We had a chance last night. France were shit. They were terrible. Mbappe was disgusting. And we couldn't do anything. And we played ball out the back and we got punished by France who created nothing. So, all right, guys. There you go. There's your response. Thanks very much for listening to the podcast. Give it a 5-star review. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And tell a friend about it. All that kind of jazz. And, yeah, guys, I lost my marbles there a small bit. And I'm really hyped up. This is really weird having to leave a podcast, but I might have to go for a jog or something. I don't know. Yeah, fuck it. I feel like a psycho now. I feel like a psycho releasing this now. Oh my god. Anyway, have it, ye tramps. See you soon. Peace and love.